Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Danny and today I really wanted to share with you my thoughts on Yuju's new debut album called Wreck. So she's the first ex-Gfriend member making her solo debut. I already covered her title track, Play. Link will be in the description or up here if you want to check that out. And so today I really want to talk to you guys about this album. So this album contains 5 tracks in total, being the intro Bad Blood, then Play, which I already talked about, then we have Cold Winter featuring Mad Clown, followed by then the Killa, and last but not least Blue Nostalgia. Yuju has participated in the writing and the composing of all the songs on this album, which is very impressive knowing that not a lot of soloists debuted with songs that they actually participated in the making of, and that I find to be really impressive. We all know that she was part of Gfriend, that she was the main vocalist, and that she already wrote some songs for the group, but it's still very impressive nonetheless. Yes. But it's still very impressive nonetheless to have her do the same for solo work, especially when you are part of a new company. I don't know if all the time they have this confidence and this trust in you as not only an idol and a performer, but also as a writer and a composer and all of that, to release your own song. And I applaud her for that because it's not an easy thing to do, and I think she might have been really nervous. I actually read an interview in which she was saying that she was really nervous for having the rest of the members with her and having to carry this album, but it's always stressful to be in that kind of situation. But I think now, without giving spoilers about my review, that she pulled it off really well, especially when you think about like the title track. It is really nice. We don't have the belting and the powerful vocals that she's known for, but it's still a really nice release, and it shows a different side of her, a more mature side of her. And I think this album serves that purpose of showing a very captivating, very mature version of Yuju and how she wants to portray herself now as a soloist, and that I enjoyed a whole lot, and I think she has a very promising career ahead of herself. So now, without further ado, let's jump right into it and talk about all of the songs. So the first one is Bad Blood, like I said, and it is an intro, which means the song is very short. But nonetheless, it is a very enjoyable song. This one has a mixture of like pop rock melody, and it creates a really dark atmosphere and very like mysterious atmosphere, and it's all about having bad blood with someone and wanting to deal with it here through this song, and I found that to be so freaking nice. She says in the song, "In this darkness I'll light the red light again, so if you're ready, let the cameras roll." So a little reference to the wreck of the album, the name of the album, saying, "I got bad blood, baby. It's going to flow all over my body and seep in deeply. I got bad blood, baby. Sharp words would stab deep and deeper." Very intense, and I like that vibe for her. She's singing a much lower register compared to what I'm used to in her Gfriend days. Sorry about the comparison, but I'm still going to compare it. That's what I know her from. So it's, and I was a big body, still am a big body. So I really enjoyed the mixture of this rock concept with her lower vocals and this dark, mysterious atmosphere that creates a really intense debut or beginning to this album. And I'm just sad that it is only an intro and not a full-length song. It actually leaves you wanting more, which is a good thing at the end, I think. So then Play we already covered, but I really wanted to add that after a few listens to the song, I sort of get now that the song lacks a little bit of longevity, meaning that it doesn't have a whole lot of dynamics because it is more of a tamer song, let's say, soothing, and creates this atmosphere, and so it can become a little bit stagnant after a few listens. So I hope that people that perhaps are not really used to her or are not fans prior to her solo debut can get into the song and understand her universe a little bit more and this new vibe. But when you listen to this mini album in one go, it really finds its place in the album. I like when I listen to albums that have not necessarily a storyline, but more like having a cohesion, let's say, and all the songs having an overall theme that they fall under, and that I enjoy. Like when you listen to an entire album, you're like, okay, this is all about love, but at different stages of love. This is all about like their journey through the hardships of being in a group, or like there's a multitude of themes to go through, and I like that she did the same here with this album. So then we have Mad Clown. No. So then we have Cold Winter featuring Mad Clown, and I was not expecting this collaboration, but actually she explained that she wrote this song 3 years ago, so during the Gfriend days, and when she wrote it, she had in mind of having a collaboration with a rapper for the track. And I think it was a really great idea, and the end result is really nice, and I think the collaboration between the two makes sense and is really enjoyable. So Cold Winter really takes a slower approach compared to the previous two songs, and it felt a little bit more like an OST for a drama, but not like the typical ballad OST, but more like something that is more for everyday drama, a slice of life drama kind of thing, because we have a lot of brightness, let's say, for the track, but it is underlined with a lot of nostalgia in this darker feeling to it. And it makes sense because the song is all about how you are reminiscing or you feel very nostalgic about your past memories with your lover or this person that you love, not really in a relationship, it can be other types of love, let's say, and you reminisce on that because all those memories were during winter. So it still has this sort of coldness to it because of the theme, while still having a little bit of brightness by the way that it's performed. I don't know if I make myself clear, but I have this vibe from it. The addition of Mad Clown's raps to the song in response to Yuju's verse is really nice, and it actually breaks the potential monotony that the song could have had if it was just Yuju. Because the song takes more of the ballad approach, if it was just that, it could have felt a little bit monotonous. But because we have him, and I'm explaining what I just said, but stick around, no, stick with me. I really loved how it broke a little bit that sort of line that was being created by the track. Is it too all over the place? I don't know. Basically, I really enjoyed his flow and what he brought to the song. I think it was a really nice collaboration. I was not expecting it, but I enjoyed every single second of it. When I talk about nostalgia, it's like saying, I'll take you anywhere where I live the excitement and warmth I can't with this mind, and becomes an unsolvable snowflake. And then in response, we have Mad Clown saying, I'm your consonant, you're my eternal vow. I love that sentence. Perhaps a little bit cheesy, but I love it. I think a lot will come. If you're cold, I put my fingers together. I can't see it. I'll be the mitten that wraps you around. Take me somewhere else. Lay down all your past burdens. Warm-eyed cold. We stay still after all the seasons. So his response is much more like warming and much more like reassuring, whereas she's more like reminiscent and very nostalgic about all that has happened during the winter season and how now she has to go all through the seasons and think about it over and over again. And he's like, no, we will stick together forever. Then we have The Killa, and this I freaking love. So this track brings Yuju's charms back again through her beautiful vocals, singing once more in a much lower register. She has very solid low notes, let's say. Even though she's known to be a vocal powerhouse, she has a lower register that is really solid. So she's experimenting a little bit more with it through the songs on this album. And by doing so, it creates a much more sensual and smooth vibe to the song. Plus the song has this Latin inspired melody that makes it all the much more mature and sensual, like I said. And I was not expecting that from her, which makes sense after listening to Play that had already a little bit of that vibe going on for it. So it is actually normal that she did so as well here, and I'm not mad about it. There's this wordplay with tequila and killer, and so she's sort of comparing this relationship and how this lover makes her feel to sort of the dizziness that you feel when you're drunk and be like drunk in love and stuff like that, which are pretty known and used metaphors. But the way she uses it here is she turns the word tequila into killer, and I like that. It might seem easy, but the way she did it make it feel so effortless and so easy that perhaps it's a bit more complicated. I don't know. I just enjoyed the wordplay here and how she sort of connects how this lover makes her feel in the alcohol sense, and also being that it is so toxic that he is her killer. Wow. Saying, my crazy Valentine, a lover will only left scars. In this thick aroma, you're my tequila. The more poisonous, the more you swallow. Weird. I don't want beautiful words anymore. My tequila la la, you're the killer la la. No, the killer. I really like the lyrics. I just do. And last but not least, we have Blue Nostalgia. So this is a perfect song to close the album with. And most of the time when it comes to mini albums, most artists prefer to end those albums with a ballad, and this one is no exception. It is a minimal, beautiful guitar ballad with her soothing and warm vocals, and she's opting once more for her lower register, and it sounds pretty damn good. And her high notes are actually more on the head voice, so it has a lot of air in it. Air. I'm always having trouble saying just air. But it creates a more soothing vocal line. I don't know if you say it like that. But the overall melody of the song, it makes it for not something as bold and cutting. It is much more soothing. The pre-chorus is definitely one of my favorite parts of the song, with the over and over and over again, which is then followed by a very sweet chorus, making of Blue Nostalgia a completely different song, or in a different vibe compared to the previous tracks, and sort of closing it off in a very soothing and warm type of vibe, which I do enjoy. And it creates a nice balance with the rest of the songs on the album, and it showcases a different side of her still, whilst when you look at the vocals, it is not like in the other songs she was belting or whatnot. It's another side. It has more sweetness, like the sugar level for this one is much higher than the previous songs, so it creates a nice balance, especially to end the album with. And so for this song, she actually dwells on the longing and wanting to be with them before they fly away, and waking up from the dream that they are living in. And I like the vibe of it, saying over and over and over again, time passes alone, I can't go back, you know, but don't go far, 'cause you're my blue butterfly, spending an empty day, yay. So guys, overall, for me, this new album by Yuju is a very promising, very captivating debut. It showcases Yuju's abilities not only as a performer, as a singer, but also as a songwriter and as a composer, and I cannot wait to see how her career will evolve. And I do think that this album falls into a more calmer, more vibey type of album, let's say, with all the songs using more of her lower register, being a little bit more chill and more atmospheric and like vibey, which I do enjoy. And I think that might be for two reasons. Perhaps that is the style that she likes the most and she feels more at ease with at the moment, or perhaps she really wants to showcase something more mature, a little bit different from what she used to release as a member of Gfriend. Create something that is more aligned with what she likes. And I think here with the album Wreck, she's definitely showcasing a more mature and calmer version of herself, which I enjoy, and I cannot wait to see how she will evolve with future releases. But for now, I'm just enjoying this album and enjoying her live performances of Play. That they are so freaking elegant. I can't get over it. So yeah guys, those are overall all of my thoughts. So in terms of like the album, I will give it 8 out of 10 because I do miss the powerful vocals. I do miss the fact that you don't have a lot of diversity, let's say, in terms of styles that she goes for. It is an album that has songs that feel like she is already very at ease with, so it would be really cool to see her experimenting with different styles in future releases. But overall, I did really enjoy it, and I think it is a really impressive debut album. So guys, tell me in the comments down below all of your thoughts about this album. Which song is your favorite? I can't wait to know it all down below. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!